We are live. Yes. Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. I am Nina, and today we're going to have a spicy conversation. Very spicy. So I hope you are ready. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's jump straight into it. The upgrade is not for everybody. Okay, it's not for everyone. And I'm going to quickly define what I mean by the upgrade. But if you have seen my previous videos, then you already know what we're about. If not, I'll just quickly touch on it. So by the upgrade, I literally mean the law of attraction, manifestation. I'm referring to that. If you're trying to manifest, the upgrade is not for everybody. Some people are going to be able to, some people aren't. We're also speaking with reference to dating. Within the dating circle, some people are going to get to elevate their dating status and date better if they do better, and some just won't. Also, if you are aspiring to be a millionaire and reach your first million, that is also an upgrade. And some people are going to be able to reach that, and some people just aren't. Okay? So, whatever applies to you, whatever it is in your life that you are looking to upgrade, this is what we're speaking about. So if I use interchangeably the law of attraction or dating examples or manifesting millions, if I use those interchangeably, just bear with me, okay? You'll just insert whatever goal you're working on. Okay, so why do I say the upgrade is not for everyone? Now, this does not mean that not everyone is able to get it. Anybody is able to get whatever they put their minds to. Okay, I'm a very firm believer of that. I really don't believe in a cut and dry destiny. I believe that every decision that you make in your life is what determines your destiny, and at any point in time you are literally one decision away from changing your whole entire life, right? So I would never say that people are doomed, they can never do better. That is definitely not my school of thought. But there are some traits that people have that prevent them from moving to a more elevated state of either living or dating or finances, etc. You get my drift, okay? So let's jump into it. If you have these three traits, this is what you need to work on. And these are universal. So all human beings actually have these, but you need to be very aware if these three traits are getting in the way of your happiness, of your next level of your upgrade. Okay? So trait number one is if you are lazy, you're not going to make the upgrade. Now, what do I mean by lazy? I don't mean lazy like physically. There are people who are physically really, really active, but mentally lazy. I'm talking about this lazy. Okay. If you don't want to learn new things with your brain, with your mind, you cannot upgrade. And the reason why is most upgrades are mental. Most upgrades are about how you think. So let's take a step back. Let's talk about law of attraction or manifestation. Say you're manifesting a house, okay? You're manifesting a house. You, as much as yes, you have to work hard and save up money and all of that kind of stuff, that's important. But if you don't have the mental capacity to fathom or see yourself in this house on a consistent basis, it's going to take you much longer to get in this house than it really should. And even if you are inside the house, you've managed to get yourself inside. If you are too lazy to actually do what needs to be done to maintain the house, that upgrade will also not be a real upgrade, because sooner rather than later, you're going to be back where you started. Okay. So the upgrade is here. If you want to manifest a home, want to manifest a house, you need to start feeding your brain information about being a homeowner, not just the responsibilities that come with it, but also, the other steps that you would need to prepare for to get to different levels of this manifestation. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people say, "Oh, I want a home," and look through the internet one or two times, maybe go to one or two show houses, and then a couple of weeks later, they're not even talking about it anymore, because the dream, seemed more fun than the actual action of pursuing the dream. So if you're lazy mentally and you're not willing to grow beyond the comfort zone of where you are right now, the upgrade is not really going to work for you, because that is the very first thing that's going to be challenged. And if you don't have the mental capacity, like I said, to grow within this new dimension or within this new lifestyle, then you're always going to fall right back to your comfort zone. Okay? So work on expanding your mind. Then the next trait that is going to prevent you from your upgrade is if you are not willing to take responsibility. Okay? Your unwillingness to take responsibility is almost related to the first point. You see, when you take responsibility of something, you're saying, I will figure it out. Okay. If it doesn't work, I will bear the consequences. That is big. That is huge. And a lot of people can't do that. And if you can't do that or find it within yourself to do that, you cannot upgrade. Because an upgrade literally means, first step, you look at your life and you say, I don't like it here. Okay? I don't like where I live. I don't like where I work. I don't like my state of my finances. I don't like the state of my health. I don't like the state of my dating life, whatever the case might be. Okay? That is step number one. And that is the biggest responsibility that you can take, right? Because you're saying, I don't like this. You're not being pushed by people saying you shouldn't live like this, you should do better. You are saying, I don't like this. And immediately from saying, I don't like this, the next step, which a lot of people jump, the next step should be, what can I do? Now that is taking responsibility. A lot of people will usually jump from, I don't like this, which is a very good place to start, and immediately go to, oh, but it's not my fault. It's the economy. It's my parents. It's my kids. you know, so you miss the opportunity to actually do something about it. And some people, they do that on purpose, because if I blame you, then I don't have to look at me. Then I can just spend all my energy on you, right? But that's actually quite a sad way to live, because all that energy that you're spending pointing the blame at someone else is energy that you could be putting into yourself to improve yourself. Okay? So if you don't move from, I don't like this, what can I do about it? But you move from, I don't like this, it's someone else's fault, you are not ready for an upgrade. Because an upgrade will never come from someone else, it'll always come from within. Okay, it's stuff that you have to do. No one is gonna come and say, here's $1 million, live your best life. Okay, we've seen even lottery winners end up being worse off than when they began, because the upgrade wasn't from inside, it was from outside. Okay, very important, very, very, very important. And then the third thing that will trip up your upgrade is if you don't have a vision. So when I say upgrade, if nothing registers in your mind in terms of what an upgrade means to you, I have bad news. The upgrade is not for you. Why? Because if you don't have a vision for yourself, how are you gonna know when you're there? There's like literally nothing to do. If you are so content with where you are that you don't see your life getting better, you cannot upgrade. The first part of an upgrade is here. You have to see yourself getting better. You have to see yourself living better. You have to see yourself having better dating experiences. You have to see yourself in your new home. You have to see yourself being whatever and wherever you want to be. You have to see yourself as financially free or a millionaire or whatever it is that you're working on. If you cannot hold the vision in your mind, and by hold the vision, it's not think about it one time and then boom. If you cannot hold the vision for days and weeks and months and years, if necessary, you cannot upgrade. If you have no vision, I think there's a verse in the Bible, I'm not very biblical, but I think there's a verse in the Bible that says, with no vision, the people perish. I'm paraphrasing. But it's that fundamental. If you don't have an idea of where you want to go, you cannot get anywhere. It's impossible. It's like getting in your car and you have no destination. Where are you going? What are you doing? And you could drive, and that's what people really do. People get into their lives and they drive and they drive and they drive and they drive, but they're not getting anywhere because they have no vision. They have no destination. And it sounds ridiculous to think you would get in a car and you don't know where you're going, but people wake up every morning, go to a job, and they have no idea why. They have no vision. So it doesn't matter how many external ingredients, so to speak, you may have. If you don't have the vision in your mind, it's pretty useless. So I'm gonna now talk about if the upgrade is for you, how would you know? And it's basically the opposite of these three traits. And this is also gonna help you if you are feeling stuck, because that happens a lot, okay? Sometimes you wanna get to the next level, but you just feel stuck and you really don't know how to get yourself on, right? So these three tips that I'm gonna share now are gonna help you if you feel like you need to upgrade, but you just haven't figured out where the block is. Okay. So upgraders, this is our new term, upgraders. If you're an upgrader, the very first trait that you will display is you will be proactive. Now, being proactive sounds very boring. And to be quite frank, the first time I came across the term, I was like, ugh, that does not sound exciting at all. But being proactive is so important because a lot of the time, life waits for you. Life waits for you to make the first step and then everything follows. If you don't make the first steps, you can get quite far in life, but you're not going to get as far as you could if you were proactive. Now, what does proactive mean? This means, if we go back to the analogy of, you want to buy yourself a home. This means you're first going to educate yourself, right? About what the process of buying a home actually entails. So this is even before you look at homes, probably even before you go and find out from the bank how much you qualify for. Just thinking about it, you're going to go and find out what the actual steps are. Then you're going to go to the bank and find out how much you qualify for. Then you're going to look around and see what houses are available. Then. Okay. All these steps, mind you, they either come from you or you don't do them. So in other words, if you want to upgrade your home, if you want to buy a house, The bank, even if they know you qualify for a new home, they're not going to run after you and say, hey, go buy a house now. It's not going to happen. You have to take those first steps yourself. That's what proactive means. And life will not get you, like I said, to the next level if you are not hustling to get yourself to the next level. So you have to really map out your goals, figure out what it is that you want, and figure out what you're going to have to do today in order to get there. Maybe you're really bad in debt and you want to buy a home. So your first step is not going to be to qualify, to see how much you qualify for at the bank. Your first step will be to clear your debt, right? So you're going to start being proactive with that, saving money, not going out as much, not spending money on frivolous things, putting every little, 100 Rand that you get into your debts until your debts are paid off. Then you can get to, that place where you can even consider upgrading your home. Okay, so that's what proactive means. It means you look at where you want to be and you work it backwards and you take the steps that you can take today. Proactive also means educating yourself. Okay, most proactivity is actually mental. So you're educating yourself about your goals and what you need to do and stuff that might actually be blocking you that you are probably doing that you should stop doing. That's what proactive means. So if you are a proactive individual or you want to learn how to be more proactive, or you want to learn or you want to get yourself upgraded, you want to upgrade yourself, then you need to learn how to be proactive. And that might start off as a simple little thing, like instead of just leaving your cup where it is after you're done drinking your tea, make sure you make an effort to go put it in the kitchen. That sounds like, how's that related to getting my house? But it's a pattern, it's a habit. If you're in the habit of doing things before they need to be done, you're never really going to get yourself into, find yourself in a lot of trouble because you're always ahead of the game, right? So stay proactive, do little things to train yourself to be proactive. Okay. Then the second trait that you have if you are an upgrader is you accept challenges and you are self-responsible. So remember when we said if you can't take responsibility, then the upgrade is not for you. Well, if you are able to take responsibility, then the upgrade is for you. What does that look like? That looks like, once again, if something is wrong in your life, or something is not happening the way that you want it to happen, you actually look into, okay, I'm not happy about this, and the reason I'm not happy is A, B, and C, and I accept my role in this mess. Okay. So what that does is it gets you in a state of mind where you're actually able to come up with solutions. Okay. If you're too busy blaming, running from responsibility, solutions never come because your brain is more preoccupied with covering your tracks or, pushing the blame on someone else, and it doesn't have the time to actually figure anything out. But if you say, okay, I've taken stock of my life, this is where I am, I don't like it, this is where I want to be, I don't really know how I'm going to get there, but I know I'm the only one that can get myself there. So, challenge accepted, let's do it. Let's figure out what we need to do. All right, I made this mess, here's how I can clean it up. Once you get into that state of mind, it's very difficult to get there. It's extremely difficult because your ego is not trying to, go there. But once you get there, you have so much space to navigate, to figure things out. Then you kind of figure out, okay, I don't have to have it all figured out in one day. I can just do this much today and see how far we get. And then you do that and you're like, oh, that was pretty easy actually. Now I've built up some momentum. Let's go on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. right? That's how you take responsibility. You don't have to say, oh, my life is a mess, it's my fault. No. What you say is, all right, today, what I can do to make sure that I'm not in the same mess again tomorrow is A, B, and C. So I'm living in this home. I don't really like it. I need a new home. My landlord is crazy, or, the bills are getting crazy. I might as well pay for a bond, whatever your motivation is. All right, I'm in this place. I'm the one who moved in here. I'm the one who got myself in this relationship with my landlord. Da 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 da. I need to get myself out. How do I do that? Okay, today I made sure that A, B, C, D, and E is taken care of so that tomorrow I can do step 2, step 3, step 4, whatever it means to you. But you really have to be so introspective because, like I said, life is not going to hand you certain things. You literally have to claw your way through a lot of the times. And if you don't have that, you know, um, that personal responsibility, it's going to be very easy for you to crumble when things start going wrong, and they will, right? You can really crumble unless you have that resolve of saying, whatever happens, I am fully equipped to handle it. And if I don't know the answers right now, I'm fully capable of learning them when the time comes, and I'm willing. Let's go. Once you get into that state of mind, things become much easier, right? Because everything is a step at a time. Everything. Okay, and then the third sign that you are an upgrader is if you have a clear vision for your life. This has been a game changer for me. This has been a game changer for me, okay? And the first time it really made sense is, oh my goodness, I actually think I had been reading a lot of, self-development books and all of that kind of stuff to try and, generate some energy in my brain for upgrading. And I think I heard, it must have been Kanye West. Um, okay, just give me a second because it's going to come back to me. There's a song of his where he has a line that says, I'm going to paraphrase because I can't remember it. If I remember it, I'll throw it in the chat. But something along the lines of just knowing that life could be better than this. Okay, I'll remember it. If you guys know what I'm referring to, please put it in the chat because it's just gonna gnaw at my brain until I remember it. But just the feeling that life could be better than this, that is everything. Okay, that is everything. If you have that in your mind, and more importantly, if you have that in your heart, in your soul, you just know it. You know life has to be better than this. Life can be better than this. And I can make it so. I can make my life better than this. Now, if you are at that place and you have that clear vision for yourself, you are an upgrader. Because remember those difficult moments that I spoke about where you're going to have to just be relentless? You can't really do that if you don't have a very clear vision for your life. And if you don't have a very clear feeling and emotion, about your goal. So if you think about your new house and you can just see it, you can see the big windows, you can smell the beautiful flowers, you can just hear the birds chirping and the trees, you can feel the warmth of the sun just pouring in. If you can hold all of that clearly, like you could be woken up from your sleep and it'll be clear as crystal, you're an upgrader. You're ready for that upgrade. If it's still foggy and fuzzy and you're not really sure, well, it sort of kind of looks nice, and I'm sure it'll be beautiful, but you're not attached. It's not clear. It's not, I don't know if this makes sense. You have to have that clarity as if you're seeing it in front of you, like without a shadow of a doubt. Your imagination has to be that sharp. So, one of the techniques that really helped me, and I think I keep saying I'll do a full video of how I manifested my home step by step, but I'll just keep giving snippets here and there. One of the things that really helped me related to this clear vision is I started doing this thing, and this was even before I found my actual home, but this was when I knew I wanted, to upgrade. And one of the things that I learned how to do is between wakeful and sleep state, what I would do is I would visualize my new bedroom. So what I do is I'd scroll through the internet and look at all of these beautiful houses and the ones that really spoke to me, and do it obviously on a realistic basis because, otherwise your brain shuts your whole plan down. So I'd look at homes that I felt like I could qualify for this, I could buy this, I'm pretty sure I could afford this, So I'd look in that range, but I'd look at those that really moved me. And I would imagine getting up and going to the bathroom. I would imagine going to the bedroom and the way that it was, designed. I would really engage my imagination in all of that until sometimes it would feel like, wait, which house am I in? Because my brain would be so wrapped up in this vision that sometimes it was blurry, reality and my imagination blurred a little bit. But you really have to get there and get really excited and have that gratitude and thankfulness of, I'm so thankful for my new home. It's so pretty. It smells so good. It's so lovely. It feels so good. The energy is amazing. You have to really get into that. And then once you really have that locked and loaded, like in no time, you walk into your dream home and you will just connect with it. And it'll bring back all the visions that you've already had, right? It's weird how it happens, but it happens. So those are my 3 traits for upgraders. If you are an upgrader, you are proactive, you accept challenges, and you are self-responsible, and you have a very clear vision and very clear feeling about your upgrade. You can feel it, you can see it. Now, if you are, once again, like I said, if you're feeling stuck, if you feel like you really can't get out of your comfort zone and every time you try to, you talk yourself back into it, if you feel like you really don't like taking responsibility, it's too much work, you don't know how you're going to get yourself to do all of that, and if you feel like you really don't know 100% what it is that you want, don't judge yourself too hard. But do realize that these are the reasons why your life feels stuck. And when you are really ready to divorce yourself from your stuck feeling, then all you have to do is learn how to be more proactive, learn how to accept challenges and be self-responsible, and then hold that clear vision. Hold that clear vision. That one that gets you out of that stuck, like, I don't want to be stuck here. I want to be da 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 da. That is your vision. Take that and run with it. And I want to add just one more thing over here. Upgrading is a cycle. So once you've done the cycle of upgrading one area of your life or one level up, take a break, take the scenery in, enjoy, celebrate, clap for yourself, okay? But don't ever become complacent. Move on to the next, because even within the upgrade are many upgrades, okay? So don't feel like, oh, I'm in my dream home, oh, and then that's it. Celebrate it, enjoy it, revel in it, grow into it, but always be on the next. Okay, what's next? Okay, what's next? And that is a real upgrader because life doesn't stop. We don't stop either. And we're here to get the most juice out of life. So we're always going to be squeezing life out of all the juice that it can possibly offer us. And we're going to be here living our best lives because of it. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please give me a thumbs up and please comment down below which of these traits you are strong in or which of these traits you feel you need to start working on. And if you have any video topics that you'd like me to cover related to manifestation, law of attraction, or related to dating, put those in the comments below as well. And look after yourself, stay safe, until I see you in the next video. All right?